As the movie opens, we're introduced to a pregnant woman named Natalia. It's time for her delivery. Natalia's mother, Alina, is by her side. Natalia begins to feel unwell, and her mother rushes her to the hospital. But it's very late, and most doctors are gone. However, a nurse is there to assist her. Natalia gives birth to a child, but everyone is shocked and concerned when they see the baby. They can't believe their eyes because the baby starts to fly. Natalia is astonished too. She tells her mother that an angel has been born into their family, but Natalia's mother is wise and experienced. She immediately recognizes the child is not ordinary. And it's true, the baby was born without gravity. They are simple, vulnerable people, so they quickly leave the hospital, ignoring the nurse's advice to stay. They return home. Once there, Natalia's mother asks her a strange question. She asks her to try and remember who the child's father is, but Natalia can't recall. Her mother then tells her this child is not normal, and they must keep it a secret. If anyone finds out, they could face serious trouble. They name the child Oscar, and Oscar was indeed an extraordinary child. He was very difficult to care for. If left alone, he would stick to the ceiling for hours. His grandmother makes special weighted straps for him to keep him on the ground. They also pad the ceiling softly to ensure he doesn't get hurt. They live in fear that if he's left outside, he might just float away into space. So they are extremely cautious with Oscar. His mother and grandmother take great care of him. As time passes, Oscar starts to grow up, but he remains confined to the house. His grandmother doesn't allow him outside. Living at home, he mostly watches Superman cartoons on TV. He often imagines himself as a superhero. Oscar repeatedly asks his mother, Natalia, why he isn't allowed to go outside, but they ignore his questions. From the window, Oscar watches people and other children like himself going to school. He looks longingly at the children playing outside, yearning for a free life. He feels like he might be imprisoned forever. One day, frustrated by his confinement, Oscar tries to escape through the window. His grandmother becomes furious and, seeing this, seals all the windows shut. She tells Oscar he will never go outside like the other school-going children. He will study at home. Hearing this, Oscar's mother gets angry. She says, "How long will we keep him imprisoned like this? One day he will go out." Natalia then gets a jacket for Oscar and puts heavy stones in its pockets to weigh him down. Defying her own mother, she takes Oscar outside. She warns him to keep his ability an absolute secret. Not even Superman could know, or he might lose his power. On one trip to buy groceries with his mother, Oscar bumps into a young girl. The girl's name is Agatha. Her belongings fall to the ground. She scolds Oscar and hands him 2 heavy water bottles, telling him it's his punishment to carry them to her house. Oscar initially refuses, but eventually agrees due to her insistence. Without telling his mother, he goes with the girl. Now Oscar is holding 2 heavy bottles, and the stones are still in his pockets. The weight keeps him grounded. As he walks with his new friend, he secretly drops the stones from his pocket. When they reach her home, Agatha asks for the water bottles back. Oscar refuses to give them back, because he knows he will start flying without their weight. But Agatha, being immature, snatches the bottles from him. The moment she takes them, Oscar starts floating into the air. Luckily, the area is enclosed, so he doesn't float too high. Amazed, Agatha starts shouting, calling him Superman. Oscar asks for her help. Hearing this, Agatha quickly runs into her house and returns with her pink school bag filled with heavy stones. They have the clever idea to put the stones in his pocket. Their plan works, and Oscar comes back down. They become the best of friends. Oscar makes Agatha promise to keep his secret. Meanwhile, his mother and grandmother are frantic due to his disappearance. They search everywhere for him, fearing he has flown away. His mother finds the stones she had put in his pockets lying on the ground. Oscar finally returns home with Agatha's bag and tells his mother about her. His mother anxiously asks if he told her his secret. He lies and says he didn't. Oscar and Agatha continue to meet in secret for many days. But one day, Oscar's mother finds out that Agatha knows the truth. From that day on, she forbids Oscar from meeting her. Agatha comes to his house many times, but Natalia always sends her away from the doorstep. Soon, their neighbors begin to view them with suspicion. People start to think Oscar's mother and grandmother are mistreating him, which is why he's never outside and doesn't go to school. Someone reports this to the police. The next day, police arrive and warn them to send Oscar to school. Under this pressure, they have to comply. Natalia accompanies Oscar to school. They are certain Oscar will never have a normal life. As they leave him, their eyes fill with tears. Understanding the immense difficulty, his mother decides they must leave their home. They move to a remote place to start a new life. Many years pass. Oscar grows into a young man. His mother has aged, and his grandmother has passed away. Oscar still has that pink bag Agatha gave him. He never parts with it, even sleeping with it by his side. His life remains the same, confined to his home. He lives in secrecy. Oscar and his mother care for each other deeply, but Oscar grows bored and frustrated with his hidden life. He starts to think that, if the world knew about him, he would become famous instantly, just like his idol, Superman. People would write books about him, but his mother fears this and doesn't want it. She explains it won't happen as he imagines. She fears she will lose him if his secret gets out. For his mother's sake, he remains patient. But one day, he leaves the house without telling her. He goes to a talent show, a place where people display unusual acts, to reveal his talent for the first time. His performance becomes the talk of the town that very night. His mother also sees the show on TV. She is helpless. Overnight, many people see him on TV, and he becomes known. The next day, he is approached by a man named David, who is actually an agent. David promises to make him famous, saying, "We will organize huge events that draw crowds." He offers Oscar a big house to live in and has him sign a contract. Chasing fame, Oscar participates in a major show and performs. Almost overnight, Oscar becomes a sensation. He is dubbed the man without gravity. The people managing him enjoy their work and earn a lot of money. But one day, Oscar realizes his childhood dream of being a superhero is not what he's living. He feels he has become a puppet, used for other people's amusement. He's paraded at magic shows and media events. Over time, he grows to dislike it intensely. Although many books are written about him, and magazines feature him, some documentaries even portray his mother and grandmother in a bad light, which angers Oscar. At his final show, he is forced to wear an angel costume, which he hates. He snaps, shouting, "I am not an angel!" and begins yelling at the people in the show. He tells his mother he has decided to leave it all behind. He tells his agent, "Enough. I don't want this fame. I'm done working." His agent argues, "You can't just quit." But Oscar is fed up. He tells the agent to tell people the man without gravity has died or flown away forever. He says an emotional goodbye to his mother, explaining he needs to live a separate life now. News breaks that the man without gravity has passed away. People speculate wildly. Oscar's mother is left to live alone. Journalists often come to her house for information about Oscar, but she never tells them anything. After many years, Oscar's mother passes away. But Oscar is still alive. He is living a completely different life. He grows a long beard and uses a wheelchair to hide his secret from the world. He works a quiet job as a hotel receptionist under a new identity. Everyone there is kind to him. One day, he runs into his old friend, Agatha. She recognizes him because of the pink bag he still carries, the one she gave him in childhood. He stayed grounded because of that bag and never married. They are overjoyed to see each other, but Agatha seems unhappy with her life. She became consumed with earning money and lost her way. She often visits the hotel where Oscar works with different men. It pains Oscar to see her like this. He tries to talk to her about his feelings, but she has changed too much and ignores him. It's clear Oscar still has feelings for her. Life's hardships are the reason Agatha changed. They eventually reconnect, reconcile their differences, get married, and return to their childhood home to start their life together. And the movie ends on this hopeful note.